The Drive with Rob and Roz, Jacaranda FM.
Listen, can I tell you how excited I am to have Bonkokoza Mandla Dube in the studio with us? Gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. It is so nice to have you.
Hello, Rob.
Oh, man. Heart of the Hunter. Heart of the Hunter is what we're here to chat about. Yes. I've been waiting for this trailer. And then this morning I refresh all the socials and there it is.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
It looks incredible.
Thank you.
It looks like an absolute smash.
Thank you.
If you're listening to this and you don't know, Heart of the Hunter is it's the prequel to Devil's Peak. It's a Deon Meyer story. Mm-hmm. It's the spy action we've heard, but this is the story that comes before.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We say that because Devil's Peak came out first.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful book that Deon wrote, and we were very fortunate to have collaborated with him. With Bonkokoza obviously in the lead and having done such an amazing job as a performer. It comes out on Netflix on March 29th, and tune in and have fun. It's action packed and it's layered. It's dealing with some themes of what we are going through as a country right now, elections and stuff like that. And So I'm not gonna spoil and give out too much.
No, I mean Deon's a friend of the show. We've had him in a couple of times, and he writes so beautifully. Yeah. Let me start very quickly. Bonko, like you look the most leading man I've ever seen a leading man look in a promo. I was just watching. I was like, whoa,
bro, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. A-list levels of man. And then I saw it, and I was like, this has got. The most beautiful South African visuals I've seen in ages. But B, it was like car chases and people shooting at helicopters and like super stunts and stuff. Like, how was it for you, dude?
Man, it was... Heart of the Hunter must be, I would say, top 5 my favorite jobs ever. I mean, I have a short career, but...
A big career, though.
Yeah. But I mean, Heart of the Hunter is really high up there. Just the process we had from casting to training... I had 4 weeks, and I'm so glad you said that, Rob, because I had 4 weeks of stunt, physical training, martial arts.
I saw some MMA things on your Instagram.
Yeah.
You're looking good, dude, because I box as well. That technique looks solid.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. So we did 4 weeks of that, and we did 6 weeks of just shooting around the country, the Western Cape. We were in Oudtshoorn for a couple of days. We were in Cape Town for a couple of days. And then there's a helicopter, and then you're like, what's going on? And then you're jumping on a bike, what's going on? It was just... the most exciting experience.
I can imagine. And like, a lot of this story revolves around like you playing Tiny as the character. And I mean, I think in the books, Deon wrote him at like 6'5".
Yeah.
So these are literally big shoes to fill. But it means you got to bring a big energy to the role.
No, 100%, dude. I think when taking on an adaptation, which is not my first time, I think with every adaptation I've done, I've learned something new about it, and I think from the first one, it was really getting it as the book to the book as it is.
Yeah.
But I think when I took on Heart of the Hunter, it was just like trying to extract the essence of this man.
Yeah. Right.
Extract the essence of this man and of the story, and obviously through Deon Meyer and Mandla and Netflix, really got to a sweet spot. And you won't find Tiny in the movie. His name is Zuko, which also kind of liberated me in a sense to add, I guess, my own flavor to it. And man, it's really a sweet spot of what I'm trying to do, what the story's trying to do, and obviously retaining Deon Meyer's story.
Yeah,
Heart of the Hunter.
It looks fascinating, and a lot of it involved motorbike things.
Yeah.
Are you a biker? Did you have to learn to become a biker?
I became a biker. I was forced to get my bike license during those prep weeks. I won't lie, I failed my first learners.
I would too, dude.
Yeah, it was rough, dude. I was like, handle is clutch, brake thing,
Now I've got to change with my feet and stuff.
I've got to change with my feet and the hand is doing this?
There's like a romantic thing about riding a bike, but I've always been too terrified my whole life because I know too many people who've come off bikes.
Yeah. It's dangerous. Let's not.
Yeah.
It's not, it's dangerous.
Well, it's the person behind the bike.
Yeah.
Fair.
And that was a G200, a G1000, a BMW. That thing goes, That thing goes.
Yeah. We got a lovely support from BMW, so we really have to thank them as well.
Yeah, 100%.
The whole thing. Well, while we're on that note, Manda, let me ask you, because you've worked on so many things over the years. You're one of the OG directors in the country. If you don't know Mandela's work, it includes everything going as far back as Tsotsi. It's been, things you've been involved in.
I gotta stop you there, Rob. I don't know why. Apparently, when you come into the industry, publicists can make things up.
Did you not work on that?
No, hell no. I didn't work on it. But publicists can make things up, and one of the things that they made up is that I worked on Tsotsi, and I didn't. I know the filmmaker really well.
Yeah.
We were together in
You're
Los
an honest
Angeles.
man, because it's been so long now, you could have been like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, you could have just, I would have taken it.
Yeah.
I would have taken the win.
We were at film school together in Los Angeles and all that.
Okay.
But I did not do Tsotsi.
Okay.
I did do Kalushi.
Yeah. Yes.
I did do Silverton
Siege.
Sure.
I did do Jiva, and now Heart of the Hunter. I did, I was a cinematographer for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And this is one of the things that struck me. I can see that lens coming through, because especially a lot of the shots that were done, in the outdoors. I think you shot some in the Karoo, if I speak under correction.
Yep.
I mean, they're just, like, scenery-wise, it looks so beautiful. It must have been really nice being in the locations and setting up those shots and getting everything right.
Yeah, thank you. We had an amazing cinematographer on this, Trevor Calverley, Zulu white boy.
Yeah, man.
So in what I do as a filmmaker is I try very much to curate the narrative to be living in a particular space.
Yeah.
Right? And Deon, in this case, he loves the Karoo.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he loves the
really
Karoo.
does.
So he was very, very passionate and saying, Mandla, whatever you do, please make sure that you show the Karoo to look beautiful. So I said, of course. I mean, we're making the same film, right?
Yeah.
So from a standpoint of cinema, Trevor was able to come and put the lens and the eye behind it, and we curated Cape Town. I think we're the first film ever to ride the unfinished highway.
I saw that stunts.
into
snippets.
Yeah, into a film. And that's something that one has coined called cinematourism.
Yes.
Where, if we can be able to curate our spaces and our environment really well, we can be able to take those spaces and make them commercial.
Yeah.
In as far as advertising them to an audience who can say, hey.
That's it's a very, I've never heard that term before. Yeah. I've never
cinematourism,
but I get it.
Don't worry, it's copywritten too.
Because whenever I see somewhere that I've been in a film, I'm like, hey, I was there.
Yeah, you get that Leonardo meme, right? Like, hey,
that was me.
Yeah. Man, it's true, because when we started shooting, I chose to drive. And these gents thought I was crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I drove from Joburg to Cape Town, because Heart of the Hunter is a road movie.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's a traveling movie. And for me, it made perfect sense that, okay, I'm not on a bike, but, Tiny/Zuko is on this bike, and he travels through the Western Cape to Lesotho or wherever. And I'm like, I'm going to drive there. So my wife and I got in the car, and we drove to Cape Town. And remember, we went in the middle of the shoot, we went from Cape Town to Oudtshoorn, which was also like a 6-hour thing. Yeah. And I drove. I just drove because I wanted to experience this place. Because South Africa actually is a work of art. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be in an
aircraft.
In an aircraft for this. This is.
And it feels like, I can't remember the last time I drove long distance through like that part of the Cape, through the Karoo and so on. It's beautiful.
So worth it.
The last time I drove up was when we were in lockdown.
Yes.
Then they said, okay, everybody can go the first time.
Oh, that first little gap we got.
Dude, I drove from non-stop. I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I just need that road trip energy sometimes.
It's amazing, man.
So, okay, I haven't asked the obvious question yet, which is embarrassing for my job. Heart of the Hunter is about, can we call it like a dude who is trying to get out of something, getting dragged back in? Is that a fair way to frame it without giving too much away?
Heart of the Hunter is about a dude who left something and is being pulled back into something. I think that's a little more closer. Yeah,
it's one of the layers. One of the other layers which is very close to my heart, it's about also fatherhood. It's about a father trying to make sure that his son is, doesn't forget him, doesn't get taken away from him. His wife doesn't get taken. It's a family story as well, at heart, and it's also a story about collateral damage, right? It's about governments being able to do whatever they want, and where do you draw the line, right? It's also a story about taking. I mean, that's our job as filmmakers, is to take the camera and turn it around on society and say, guys, this is what we look like.
Yeah,
this is what we're doing to each other. And that's what we try to do with Heart of the Hunter, to honor the book that Deon wrote, Heart of the Hunter. So it's a thing of us saying, hey, we got to take stock a little bit, because our country needs citizens who can be able to lean more on their humanity towards each other. We are not really doing that.
Yeah.
So how do we better do that?
It's such an important message. I can't wait to see it. It looks absolutely stunning. We were just working through, and I was like, okay, this is also Deon, and we interviewed Deon about this and that. The man's building his own multiverse.
Yeah,
he has. It's already done. He's
done,
built it.
It's like, it's there.
We're just visitors in it.
Yeah. We're waiting for the big crossover episode.
Yeah. But we've got an amazing cast. I mean, obviously, Bonko Koza is leading. We've got Connie Ferguson.
Oh, she's incredible.
We've got Tim Taron. And we have Masasa Mbangweni. We've got Wanda Banda. We've got Dion Coutier. We've got
Nicole Fontaine.
We've got Nicole Fontaine. We've got
Connie Chume.
Come on, now. It's a lovely ensemble, and everybody brought it home, and we couldn't be more thankful. And thanks to Netflix for supporting the vision, and just seeing our worth as storytellers. Putting value into us as storytellers, and we couldn't say and then so South Africa must go out there and support this, and let us show that we actually do, our stories do matter, and we want these stories to be preserved and told well, and that good storytelling still exists.
Yeah, it's very exciting. This is all. I can't wait for this to blow up everywhere around the world. And people to catch on.
190 countries.
190 countries.
That's exciting.
March 29.
On March 29.
Yeah. The trailer looks incredible. We'll make sure we link it as well. Heart of the Hunter comes out on the 29th of March. Do not miss it. Man, Bonks, thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate
Please have
your
us back.
time.
We want to come back.
100%.
The Drive with Rob and Roz. Weekdays 4 to 7. Jacaranda FM.